very big process. So now once the food which is enters from the esophagus and that food will be carried to the stomach. Now here, what will happen in the stomach? That is what it is most important. So if we'll observe that the walls of food, understanding food pipe, they have a muscles which can contract and expand alternatively. Do you understand, Amma? So we have some pipe called as food pipe. So they are having some kind of flexible muscles which will contract and expand alternatively. Now, when the slightly digested food enters to this food pipe, try to understand, I will explain it with me, like you have to imagine everybody is having. So later I will show you that, understand, that diagram also. So if you'll observe, so whenever this slightly digested food is entering into this esophagus, it will start entering into our stomach. So now this food pipe or esophagus is having a muscles called as, understand, flexible muscles which will contract and expand alternatively. Now, when this slightly digested food enters the food pipe, the walls of this food pipe start contraction and what will happen? Whenever the food will enter, then only they will start doing contraction and expansion. Do you understand, Amma?
Yes. Breaking down.
Yeah, breaking down. Just they will close, the muscles will close and will open. Why means the food should go down. That is the reason. They will start doing the movement.
Yes, sir.
Without movement, food cannot go down. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this esophagus or food pipe is having a muscles which will always contract and expansion alternatively. Now, when the food is entering into this esophagus, the muscles will start doing this action, this movement. Understand? Then only food will go down slowly. Do you understand, Amma?
Yes, sir.
Without motion,
Yes, sir.
without motion of this esophagus, food cannot go down. Understand? So you can see few times. If we eat overly, we can say, I have ate till here, like that we will discuss. If we'll get our favorite food. Do you notice it?
Yes, sir.
Immediately,
Yes, sir.
immediately we people will get warm. Yes or no? Few times you eat.
Yes, sir.
Immediately we people will get vomiting. Yes or no?
Yes,
I face
sir.
problem.
Yes, sir.
Definitely you,
Yes, sir.
at least one time you will face that problem. Why, sir, means understanding, because the food will stuck in our esophagus, so that there is no motion of, if the food will be inside, there is no motion of, there is no movement of this food pipe, so that what will happen? Food cannot go inside, completely filled. It is not entering into the stomach. So what will happen? Automatically it will be coming out. That is only we used to call like vomiting. Understand? So now if you'll observe, the contraction and the expansion, everybody can communicate. If you are not understanding, see, I am teaching very, very slowly for better understanding. So this contraction and expansion of this, understand, the movement of this food pipe, we used to call it as name. We have one name. What is that name? Can you able to say? Anybody? Movement is common. One word will come at front. Movement. This is the most important word which you should remember. The movement of the contraction and expansion of food pipe, we used to call it as peristaltic movement. What we should call?
Peristaltic movement.
Peristal, peristaltic movement. So this movement is only contraction and expansion of food pipe. Note it down, all of you. P-R-I-S-T-A, peristaltic movement. So now, you are all very good students, I know very well. So what is the use of this movement? Already I have told you, but once again you people tell me. What is the use of this movement?
It is used in the movement of food through
What
the
is the
pipe.
use of this movement? If this is not taking place, just now I told you, the food will come out. So what is the use?
Movement.
So Suppose you may notice it. Let me take. You have taken water in our some cover like which is present like a rectangle cover. Do you notice it anytime?
Yes, sir.
Or is any water bottle you take, which is like normal 20 liter, 20 rupees water bottle. During contraction, very good, Dina. Dina said during contraction and expansion, food will move. Have you noticed it? It will press and release, the water will spill out. Have you noticed it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Like
sir.
same way, our food pipe is like this. Now, if they will contract and expand, the food will be pushed inside our stomach.
Yes,
Yes
sir.
or no? Allow me.
Yes, sir.
That
Yes,
is
sir.
important of understand this peristaltic movement. They will ask you the question in the sense of no need of learning the full process. This is what the questions that will come. So what is peristaltic movement and what it will done or what it will do means in the sense of this peristaltic movement of food pipe pushes the slightly digested food into where it is
Stomach.
Into the stomach.
Stomach.
Understand? So this peristaltic movement moves the food in all the digestive organs throughout the alimentary canal. You remember, not only here, throughout the alimentary canal, this now slightly digested, later completely digested. Everything will move because of this peristaltic movement only. If there
Peristaltic
is no contraction and there is no expansion, then there is no pushing of the food
Food.
here to here. It needs to travel how much distance? It needs to travel how much distance?
9 meters.
9 meters.
Needs to travel. Then only the digested food will be absorbed into the next state called as absorption, and undigested food will be collected and will be coming out at the last stage of nutrition called as
Digestion.
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 So that is why
Digestion.
this 9-meter tube, is it like water? Imagine, is it water will go simply without creating pressure? Without creating enough pressure, water cannot go. Is it yes or no? So that
Yes,
is
sir.
why this pressure will be, that pushing will be present always when you are contracting and expansion of this alimentary canal. So that is what the importance of peristaltic movement. All of you remember that. Understand? So I will say you that.
Peristaltic movement.
Now, if you will observe, this is what now, this peristaltic movement means in the sense of our food pipe push this food slightly, digested food into the stomach. Now, food is entering into where now? Mouth over, esophagus is over. Now, food is reaches to where? Food is reaches to where?
Stomach.
Stomach.
From here it is very.
Stomach.
Stomach.
Now, if we take here our stomach, now food is inside our stomach. Everybody can communicate. I like that is only always. My class should be interactive always. So stomach, now food is entering into stomach. So now, if we take this food, our food is, our stomach is having some kind of alphabetical shape. Can you say what is that shape? We have A to Z, correct? In that one letter is representing by the stomach. Stomach is in the shape of that letter. Can you say that letter?
O, sir.
Huh?
O.
You also.
Huh?
C. C.
O.
You said
You studied that.
O.
Sir, C.
O.
Are you in 10th class or somewhere? I am not understanding. What is that? Arya? Ma call to Jesse. I think today absent is Jesse and Prahasini, and as well as one more student, that a new boy. Arya, your friend Vimal, correct? Yes, Ra?
Sir,
Vimal is okay. So these are the three absentees. Less I am understanding. What am I?
C. 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 C.
No, da.
O, sir.
Boys, Ra.
O.
Pranav will say.
O.
Oh, Pranav, you are having also. You are seeing that those who are having bojja, you are seeing that O shape. No. In fact, actually,
yes.
actually, it will start with
Sir, J. J.
one of our student understanding who is absent today.
We are, sir.
Sir, J.
J.
Sir,
Understand? Jesse is option correct. Understanding? Yes or no? So actually, stomach is a J-shaped organ which is present on which side? Right side or left side of the abdomen? We have an abdominal pain. You may see that. Left side I am getting pain, right side I am getting pain. We may discuss daily life.
Left side.
Yes. So we have
Yes,
a
sir.
stomach, we have a part called as abdomen. So in that, a stomach is present. Understanding, a stomach is present is a J-shaped organ present on the left side of the, all of you should remember, it is a J-shaped organ. I will show you the picture, don't worry. It is a J-shaped organ which is present on the left side of the, understanding, left side of the a full part called as abdomen. What we should call?
Abdomen.
Abdomen.
You may heard this word. Those who don't know what is abdomen also, we can say, I am getting abdominal pain. Do you understand? They will say,
Yes, sir.
right abdominal, left abdominal pain. If you are getting pain in left abdominal because of acidity, right abdominal, having some problem, it will go for emergency, 24 hours operation. Have you remembered or not?
Yes, sir.
So that is
Yes, sir.
that is also we'll study. It's not an issue. Understand? So if you'll observe here, that is what the shape and where the location of the stomach. Though both are important. Stomach is J-shaped organ which is present on the left side of the abdomen. Understand? So note it down because we have to finish at least digestion. Later only, digestion is very big process. Later only the next, I think digestion also won't take place today. Very, very big one it is. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know that.
Yes, sir.
This is the biggest digestive system. 9 meters, yeah. How much time it will take? Okay. So if you observe here, this stomach is a J-shaped organ which is present on the left side of the abdomen. That is why don't learn blindly. You should know the things clearly because in the future, whatever you are going to study, NEET or JEE, whatever it is, if you are taking biology, line to line, word to word, you should analyze. You people are everything you studied. Ashika told you one day, sir, I studied elementary canal fully. What you remember then? You don't know anything. This is not the way. Don't study in this way. Must be clear with everything. Each and every step you should. If I will give one human body, you should take full alimentary canal out. Suppose in future, you have to remove it that. You have to measure that length, 9 meters, and you should say, this is what, this is what, this is what, this is what. That is what the analysis. Like that you have to study. Then only you can crack whatever you are aiming. Do it. Now if you observe here, whatever the food is undigested, and it means like a slightly digested food, will be further digested in our stomach. It has been reached with the help of whom? The food is reached to the stomach.
Alimentary canal.
Who brought the food to the stomach, Amma? Who brought the food?
Food pipe, sir.
Food pipe.
Food
That is
pipe,
also
sir.
called as
esophagus.
Esophagus.
Pranali.
Esophagus.
Alimentary canal full system. Okay, wow. That is. Now food is reaches to our stomach. So now the further process, whatever it is slightly digested food, it is going to be further digested in our stomach. Now, if we take this food, understand, which is already the churning process, means in the sense of the digestion process, churned we used to call it as churning, churned. Understand, this churning process will take certain time. It is not an instant process. So it will take certain time to complete digest in our stomach. So what is that stomach? What is the duration? Can you able to say? And later only we can study what will happen in that duration, of the time. So what is the duration of this complete digestion of food in the stomach? So 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. Like that you have already studied, correct? This time,
Sir.
yourself as a projection. Akshay is saying 30 minutes. Akshaya, is it our digestive process will finish in 30 minutes? Then every 1 hour you will feel hungry. Do you understand?
6 hours.
You will feel hungry how to eat. Then per day you have to eat 7 times or 8 times.
6 to 8 hours, sir.
6 hours, sir.
6 to 8 hours,
3
sir.
hours.
6 hours.
8 hours.
3 hours.
3 hours, sir. 3 hours.
6 to 8 hours means then no need to eat 3 times per day. We have to eat only, understanding, 1 or 2 times enough. So if we'll take the complete digestion in further, which will take place in stomach, it will be carried out, understanding, for about 3 hours duration. It will be about 3 hours duration. So during this time, what will happen? That is what? Understand? So already the food has been broken into small pieces in our mouth. That is only called as physical process. Understand? Physical digestion. So this physical digestion, it has been broken down into small pieces, but still it is not sufficient to release the energy. So the food understanding, the food breaks down into still a smaller pieces, and it will form a semi-solid paste. It will form a semi-solid paste. So how it will be semi-solid paste means, if you want to see, for example, I'm saying, how many of you seen that while they are cutting the goat or sheep, while they're removing the skin, have you noticed it?
Yes, sir.
Noticed it? Inside we used to get a full intestine system. That is only we used to call it as boti. We will go hotel and we'll order the boti. Have you noticed it? Intestine system. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Or else, how many of you have seen that chicken cutting of chicken?
Yes, sir.
So now chicken, if you'll see, middle inside, we have like some solid like ball kind of structure. If you cut inside, we used to get all the digested food, almost like going to digested food. They will remove that and they will keep it on the outer wall alone. They will eat. Have you seen? Nobody.
Yes, sir.
So that is like, if you see the goat or sheep or cow also, it will be very like a juicy substance, like a semi-solid we can call, completely almost digested, broken down into like a small pieces. Understanding? So further it will be making into small pieces. That is only we used to call as semi-solid paste. Now, here the total process, what is the duration of this complete digestion? 3 hours it will take place.
3 hours.
Is it that much big process? Yes, it is that much big process. Understand? So if we take the stomach walls contains 3 tubular glands. What is the glands, Ra?
3 tubular glands. Salivary glands, liver, pancreas.
So if we take, so if we take the stomach, it contains 3 tubular glands in its walls. Understand? Like in the sense of, if you imagine, for example, this is the digestive system. Then at the walls, 3 with the ducts, 3 glands will be opening, ready to open. Actually, it is closed. Whenever the juice will be secreted, the duct will open. It will be falling into the, understanding, stomach. So if we say here, the stomach wall contains 3 tubular ducts, understand, the 3 tubular glands in its walls. So these glands present in the walls of the stomach, they will secrete a juice called as gastric juice. What we should call?
Gastric juice.
Gastric juice. So, see, we have 3 organs. They will secrete 3 different kind of enzymes. So that is why a common name for this is called as gastric juice. So these gastric juice contains 3 substances. So that is why if you are not following the regular timetable, immediately we will feel some pain in our stomach. What is that? Because this gastric juice contains what?
HCl.
Hydrochloric acid.
Hydrochloric acid.
Hydrochloric acid. Understanding? Next one, the enzymes like pepsin. What is the next one?
Pepsin.
No trypsin. Remember, trypsin also there, but it will come later. This gastric juice contains only HCl, pepsin, and mucus. So these are the 3 substances, enzymes, which is contains, understand, gastric juice contains these 3, which is secreted by whom? Secreted by whom? Secreted by tubular glands.
Tubular glands.
Understand? We will see the glands and what will happen and all everything. So tubular glands, which will secrete this juice, which contains these 3. Most important one. Understand? So that is only hydrochloric acid, Enzymes. Understand the enzymes of pepsin and mucus. This is acid. These two are called as what?
Enzymes.
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 Understanding. At least fast notes you can make. Later I can do anyhow. I will give the notes of this chapter, everything. So please you can make first fast notes while I am teaching. Understanding? Because if I start giving the notes, then one paragraph also won't be over for the biology. Physics and chemistry we can give, but biology we cannot. So now if you observe here, so due to the presence of hydrochloric acid, what is the nature of this gastric juice? Can anybody say? Is it acidic in nature or basic in nature? Chemistry.
Acidic.
Very, very.
Acidic.
So
Acidic in nature.
so this gastric juice contains hydrochloric acid. So the nature of this gastric juice is, understand?
Acidic in nature.
Acidic in nature. Acidic nature. Because why? It contains what?
Hydrochloric acid.
Hydrochloric acid.
Understand? Very, very important thing. So this, because of this hydrochloric acid, it is present in acidic in nature. So in the acidic medium, understanding, the enzymes called as pepsin. What is that enzyme name called as?
Pepsin.
Understanding. The enzyme called as pepsin begins the digestion of some kind of substance like carbohydrate. Some other substance starts with the P. What is that? Can anybody say? Some food contains P. It will start with a P. What the food contains?
Proteins.
Protein.
What is the
Protein, sir.
proteins? Why I am saying you should remember the name which is related that. So if we say because of this acidic medium, in this acidic nature, the enzyme called as pepsin, very, very important. Pepsin will only start digestion of proteins. Understand? Digestion of protein, which contains in our food. Understanding? So which contains in our food. So these proteins which will present in our food will form some more even smaller molecules. It will make it into more even smaller molecules. So why I said
Smaller molecule.
why I said PP here? Pepsin.
Protein.
Proteins.
That is the reason. Do you understand why I said that?
Yes, sir.
All of you should remember.
Yes, sir.
Understand? So, thus, the protein digestion begins in the stomach. With the help of pepsin enzyme, protein digestion is going on. So, whatever the proteins which contains in our body, everything will form smaller molecules. Understand? So, now, here you remember, the protein digesting enzyme, pepsin, is only active in the presence of something. What is that? Can you able to say? It will be active. Actually, it is inactive if there is nothing, if there is no that substance. What is that substance? You may understand that. I have used that word called as in acidic medium. In acidic medium. So means in the sense of when it will be active. Very, very important paragraph. Definitely this question will come from like one case study also I will give you based upon this. When pepsin is active, when the trypsin is active, means in the sense of when it is an acidic medium or basic medium, like that. So now you people tell me, I have taught you already. Understanding, like question based thing, all of you remember, try to understand. So when this pepsin is active, remember,
When there is acidic.
in the presence of acid only. In the presence of
Hydrochloric acid.
Presence of acid.
yeah. So this pepsin enzyme, which will helping in understand protein digesting, very, very, very important question I'm saying. It will be active only in the presence of an acid. Understand? So the function of hydrochloric acid. What is the use of function of hydrochloric acid? You may understand now. What is the use of hydrochloric acid?
Sir, it can be any
In the
acid or
presence
only
of
hydrochloric
acid
acid.
solution. Hydrochloric acid only the
Stomach only will segregate. Our gastric juice only releases hydrochloric acid. You cannot keep any other acid. Do you understand?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It will produce the enzyme called as pepsin outside, but it will be active in any medium. But the pH value should not be. Understanding? If you keep a very high pH value, then it may be not complete inactive also. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
That is
Yes,
because Sir, then what is the pH value of our gastric hydrochloric acid and all? There, it is adjusting with our body. If it is really too much of pH value, like in the sense of gastric nature, our stomach will start burning. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That is. So we will observe here, this protein digestion begins in the stomach and it will be only active in the presence of an acid. So what is the function of this hydrochloric acid? That is what I am asking. What is the function of hydrochloric acid? So if we take the function of this hydrochloric acid, just only one thing. It will make the medium of gastric juices.
Acidic, sir.
Medium of gastric juices into which medium? Acidic medium or basic medium? It will make the medium of gastric juices into which
Acidic
medium?
medium, sir.
Acidic medium. So if it will make the medium into acidic, then what
Acidic medium, sir.
Acidic medium.
acidic medium? What is the
So
use?
that only the pepsin is active, sir.
So whenever this hydrochloric acid in the stomach, if it will release, it will make the medium of this gastric juice acidic, so that the enzyme called as pepsin can digest the proteins properly. Do you understand, Amma?
Proteins.
So proteins,
Yes, sir.
spelling of proteins also. Please tell me that. Proteins, PRO.
P-R-O-T-E-I-N-S.
Properly only when hydrochloric acid releases. Now here one more question rises. Can you say the question, anybody? Question rises here. Pepsin is active only in acidic medium. Now one more question rises here. Why? What is the use of hydrochloric acid? What is the use of hydrochloric acid?
To change the medium of gastric
To
juice.
make a understanding. To make the medium gastric
Medium is acidic.
acidic in nature. That is the important of it. Now, let's see. Once this medium of gastric juices turns into acidic, so these proteins will start digesting with the help of pepsin. Now, is it the only use, sir? No, we have one more use also. So what is the nature of hydrochloric acid? It is acidic in nature. Is it?
Acidic.
Now,
Yes, sir.
so if you will take this acidic hydrochloric acid, then it will kill any bacteria which may enter the stomach along with our food. So while you are eating food, we people don't know our atmosphere or our food contains so many kind of bacteria. Is it yes or no? Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So now,
Yes,
this
sir.
will be, if this food contains, if this
Hydrochloric acid, which kills the bacteria which present in it.
it may causes the disease to our human body. So that this one, suppose if I'll keep our hand in acid, what will happen? Your skin will start
It
burning.
will get burned.
The same way, so the bacteria which is enters through food, which will be killed by whom?
Hydrochloric acid.
Killed by
Hydrochloric acid.
hydrochloric acid. So now I have taught you two functions of hydrochloric acid. Both you should remember. Do you understand, Amma?
Yes, sir.
Now, so we have learned the two uses of gastric juices contains three things. One is hydrochloric acid. Another,
Hydrochloric acid, pepsin, mucus.
now one more thing is that mucus. So let us go with the mucus. So what is the use of this mucus, sir? That is what we want now. So now, do
Protection.
you understand clearly? Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand clearly or not?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now if you observe, these mucus, which is present, the third substance in understanding. So this is, what is that called as? Gastric juice. Gastric juice, which will help to protect the stomach wall from its own secretion of hydrochloric acid. Actually, hydrochloric acid, it don't have a difference between our organs itself. It can even burn our human organs itself. So that is why instead of killing bacteria, also it can burn our walls of our stomach. So that what is the use of mucus? Mucus helps from hydrochloric acid. Whom it will protect? Whom it will protect? It will protect the
The walls of the
Stomach, sir.
stomach wall.
walls of the
Stomach wall. from its own secretion of hydrochloric acid. So if mucus is not secreted, you will feel that, understand, if mucus is not secreted, remember, these hydrochloric acid will cause the erosion of inner lining of stomach, which will leading to the formation of ulcer in the stomach. You may heard a word called as ulcer. Ulcer means a burning reaction in our stomach, always paining, always it is feels to pain like this. So many of our, even in our family also, at least few of you are having acidity few times, or else if continuous acidity, it will leads to the long term of acidity. People will say it will leads to the understanding.
Ulcer.
Do you understand, Amma?
Ulcer.
So that is.
Yes,
So
sir.
Yes, sir.
two questions will rise. Who will protect our stomach walls from the own secretion of hydrochloric acid? One is what? Mucus. If mucus is not released, then it will start, hydrochloric acid will start, understand, burning or else erosion of inner laying of stomach, means in the sense of killing slowly. So that is only leads to the a disease called as, what we should call as ulcer.
Yes, sir.
So ulcer.
Ulcer.
Spelling is what? ULCERS. Ulcers. Understand? In the stomach. So this ulcer is very, very dangerous. Understand? So many will face this problem. But very few days will face, that is only called as, understanding, gastric problem. You may heard this advertisement also will come. You are having a gastric problem, you have this, that, you take this one, immediately it will get relief, like that they will say. Is it yes or no? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Ulcer is a very, very dangerous one. So that is why a proper diet should be taken. Understand? So this is the use of mucus. So now here, the partially digested food. Till now the process not begins, digestion. Only we are studying this. What is that? What is that? Gastric juices alone we are studying. So now here if you observe, the partially digested food then goes from the stomach into the small intestine. Understand? The digested food, the partially digested food, it will goes from where to where? Where to where? Proteins broken. Proteins already digested in stomach itself, but remaining food and everything is there. So what we should call that food will be goes from the stomach into the small intestine. So now here the exit of food from the stomach is regulated by a small muscle like a open valve, how much it needs to enter, understand, like that, which will release it in small amounts into the small intestine every time, small like a grinding, something will be, you can see your mother, once it will be mixed, grinding over, she can remove and she can add some other substance. Is it yes or no? Yes or no? Like the same,
Yes, sir.
we have some muscle which will control the flow of food from stomach into the small intestine. Stomach into the small intestine. So if you observe, is it the digestion process is taking place in stomach? Anybody, please? Humaira? Varshini?
No, sir.
No, but digestion of one substance, one kind of food variety which we are eating is digesting. What is that? Only
Protein.
Proteins, sir.
Protein.
digesting.
Proteins.
And remaining and all breaking down into more even smaller and smaller pieces, like understanding semi-solid, understand, like a paste-like substance. Now, from that stomach, it will start entering into our main digestive system called as intestine, small intestine, where that the partially digested food will be enters. So it cannot directly go. There is no direct valve opening from stomach to the small intestine. So middle we have one muscle called as, highly important question. What is that muscle name? Do you know it? Any guess, anybody? Your textbook also, if you open, you will see that whenever you are studying the alimentary canal, you must know the muscle name. Do you know that?
Smooth muscle.
Smooth muscle, Ilya. Dina, Pranav, Arya, Dilipana, anybody? Arvind, let me see. Arvind, Nitinath,
Sir,
what is that muscle?
sir,
Kevin? Speak, Kevin.
longitudinal muscle, sir, longitudinal muscle.
No. That muscle name called as spinster. Understanding? SPHI. Remember that. SPHI. NCTR. NCTR. Spinster. Spinster muscle. Note it down. Spinster muscle, which is helpful in passing the small amount, which will releases a small amounts of food into the small intestine. Do you understand, Amma?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, which is, understand, it is present. What is that? It is present in stomach also. Dina, it is present in stomach and the entrance of small intestine, like a brakeman gate. Do you understand, Dina? End of stomach and begins of intestine, small intestine, one muscle will be like opening door and closing door. Something will open, small amount of food entering into small intestine, again close. Again that will be over, again it will open, again close, again open, again close, like that. Do you understand now? So that muscle name is called as what? Spinster muscle. So this is all about. Till here, with this, I'm going to stop today because I already continuous speaking is over. So I hope you understand more even better. So, but I
Yes,
think
sir.
this class is even
Yes,
more
sir.
interesting, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we have to, because it is going to be more and more complicated only. Unless until we are studying stepwise, we cannot do anything. So that is what I'm saying you.